What up and good morning. Welcome back to another episode of the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. Thank you so much for being patient this time. And once again, we are back to the routine of being late because of my co-host across from me, XG. What's going on, Fidel Castro?
Dog? What's up? Why Fidel Castro?
Because you kind of look like him.
The jacket?
Yeah, the jacket.
It was rainy days, homie. I'm over this rain over here.
You need the hat.
And
too.
then, well, you're more like Che because you got eliminated.
Nah, don't compare it to Che. What the hell?
Dog,
I'm saying it because Fidel Castro got rid of him.
He did. No,
He
you know what? Nah, he got rid of himself.
He was like, you know what? I can't trust you no more. He was like, I'm throwing you off the plane. I don't know if that's how he threw him off the plane, but he killed him. And they were both like buddies.
Che
In the
got-
beginning, they were.
Because I don't know that
shot.
history. I don't know that history. You were making me think it was like Scarface shit. You know what I mean by that? You know,
Yeah, no, yeah. Well,
helicopter?
I don't know if he died like in Scarface style, but I do know that it's like they were boys at first, and then fool was like, hey dog, you're changing the narrative. You're over here, becoming too greedy and not even hooking your own people up no more. And he was like, you know what?
Yeah,
I'm gonna hook you up with this, and he hooked them up with some lead, and then, and then the people he was doing extra stuff behind Castro's back. He was like hooking people up, like keeping it to the whole reason he kind of came to power. Because at first it's like you lie to people. You're like,
You're loving that whole power shit lately.
What do you mean?
Wait, you think that Fidel Castro had Che killed?
Yeah, that's the whole conspiracy behind it. Yes,
He died in the jungle in some other country, like.
there was attempts against his life already. He was already ready to be taken out. Fidel didn't want him in the picture anymore, bro. Like this was all used to be comrades, dog, and then this was just like, hey, you know what?
That's true.
We can't trust each other. It's like crabs in a bucket, bro. And then you just like we're just gonna bring each other down, and nobody gets to get out of the bucket. But that voice you're hearing back there is Ray. What's going on, Ray?
What's up? You should watch the movie Che. It's like
I have seen it.
You seen it?
Yeah, that's like where all the fools that look like they were born in Argentina and,
Yeah.
and Bolivia, and they all speak that like Spanish that's hot to some girls, not regular Spanish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And speaking of girls, we do have a guest here today. We have Stevona Delgado.
Oh, why you gotta say it all paisa like that?
What do you mean? How would I say it? You want me to say it all Persian?
No,
Stevona.
Yeah, Stevona.
Yeah.
You
Well-
say like my grandma when she was
well-
calling me inside for my curfew.
Well, where's that name from?
My dad's name is Steve, so my mom just made up the name.
It's not a real girl's name.
It's not a real girl's name. My mom just made it up.
It's not like Francisca.
No, I think it is. Like it's like another Francisca basically. But
Have you ever heard like there's certain names that just I'm like, why would you do that? That's like made for like like Stefano. I would be like, yo, bro, that's like transvestite name.
But she's right though. I low-key feel bad for like kids that got like super white names and their grandparents can't pronounce it, like Edwin. Like to me, whenever I hit Edwin, I was like, bro, it's Edwin.
Black people can't pronounce my name. They always call me Edgar.
Edgar.
Yeah, like if I ever go to a doctor and like like the nurse that's in the front is black, Edgar, and I'm like, bitch, there's a D. You know what I mean? Like I was like, well, what the fuck, bitch? Like, at this point, it's like we made the keychain names, so we're official.
the black people know how to say my name properly. I'll give them credit on that.
How would they
They're
say
probably
it?
the only race. They say Stevona. They say it exactly how it's supposed to be said. And I have looked
Stevona?
myself up on Google and MySpace. Like when you just try to look up to see who has the same name as you.
Yeah.
Only black girls have my name.
So
That does sound kind of like a black chick name.
Yeah,
like
it
with the
is.
Vana at the
It
end.
is.
Like-
I followed a few on Instagram though, and I've because I'm like, oh my god, a fellow Stevona. I've never seen one before besides myself, and I message them. I've messaged two, and I'm like, oh my god, my name is Stevona too. I had to follow you. You look cool, blah blah. And they be like, oh yeah, girl, hey. And they don't follow me back or nothing. I'm like, damn, these bitches don't know who I am.
Is your name Stevona on Instagram?
Yeah, Stevona Delgado. It's easy
Okay,
so
then
people
yeah,
can find me.
they should kind of follow you.
I know, but these bitches, I guess they don't like comedy.
Like remember that one time we were following all the Kyras?
Oh yeah.
And then we found out I still follow that anime cool Kyra. The one that she goes to anime cons, and I'm just
the
like,
one
oh,
that-
there is a positive Kyra out there.
the one that's hot.
Well, she's hot to in a cosplay kind of way because that's all she does, So she has for all the nerds, bro. These fools look for her.
That's like saying OnlyFans models are hot. Yeah, anime girls are hot because they dress up and show their butt and titties.
Yeah, the girls.
She goes hardcore though. Like I mean, it's not just like all about like whoring out. It's just like she has that like soft head and it works. And I'm just like, yo, you can get hurt with some of your costumes she makes. I'm like, she's like on some Ayn Rand tip.
She has the Precious Moments eyes too.
What is that like?
The eyes are
super
like
anime?
yeah, really animated. I feel like that really helps when you're like becoming a cosplayer.
Do people alter their eyes? Like, can I become super Asian looking? If I like, you know how they put tape in their eye, and because I saw that. Me and my girl when in Tokyo, we were like, people watching, sitting down, and I was like, yeah, she has taped eyes for sure. And then we'd get a closer look, and then you'd see it.
There's a surgery for it. Very famous. The K-pop artists or whatever, they do it because they don't want to look so Asian because it's not.
But can you
looked upon if you like the slanter your eye, the more they talk shit on you.
Okay, now is that looked down upon? Is that like, do people get mad? Because look, I ain't gonna lie. Like while I was out there, they have no it's like they have no concept of like, hey, that's racist. They're like, hey, we don't care if that hurt your feelings.
No,
we're gonna keep this here because people buy it.
You know how black people call darker black people like.
Yo, what was that?
I don't know, but you know how like black people diss other black people for being darker?
Yeah.
It's the same shit. If your eyes are more slanted, the Asian person will make fun of you that your eyes are so slanted.
Yeah, a lot of Asians hate the Chinese, and I think it's because the Chinese have the more slanted eyes.
But would it? You know how they get that surgery? Would it be messed up if somebody's like, you know what? I really love the Japanese culture so much. I'm gonna get a surgery to make myself look Chinese or Japanese.
There is a procedure where you can inject yourself right here, and then the doctors put a thread in, and then they pull it so that girls' eyes are like this. It's called the cat eye look. It's called the cat eye look.
This guy right here.
Is that considered plastic surgery?
It's considered work done. I don't know.
This guy right here, he wants to look like a K-pop artist, so he made himself look more Asian. There is a thing, dog.
Not you being ready to show him that.
Yes!
Like, I've been waiting all my life to show people this person.
I can be the real Krillin, dude.
Dude, you can go back there and look like Asham Ketchum real quick, dog.
It's Ash Ketchum, dude.
Whatever, dog. Pokemon, I don't know.
No, dude. When you say Pokemons, dude, like you make yourself you make yourself sound older than me.
Yeah, I was gonna say you show your age when you.
Yeah,
say
like
that.
I like saying it because
you sound way old though, bro. Like you sound like how if Eddie said that, if Sidekick Eddie said that, I would
30s.
understand.
Like you're in your mid-30s.
I don't know. Some of us, see, bro. That's what I'm telling you. You make it sound older. I pronounce it right, bro, because I still play it.
Yeah, I don't even know who that was. That yellow character that runs around and says Pika.
Don't be acting like you don't know who Pikachu is, bro.
After you just said his name. Yeah, I don't know that fool. That fool Pika. What's his name?
Yeah, he be lying, bro. He hates to admit that he liked happy things when he was young and he had a childhood. I'm like, bro, it's okay, bro. Like this is the reason these things are still relevant. Hey, where are your parents from?
They're from here. I'm Mexican, but I'm a No Sabo kid. Don't come for me.
Oh damn! So there's no danger. And no danger of being deported like Xavier.
I know. I'm really blessed, and I'm really grateful. And
are you?
I don't know.
Are you like what, first, second generation? Like
second. No, you know what? Third, because my grandparents were born here. Damn. So my ancestors basically put in the work early.
Would that make me a No Sabo kid too? Because that would be third generation.
No Sabo kid is a kid that doesn't know Spanish. That's a No Sabo kid.
Oh.
Yeah, No Sabo has nothing to do with if you're born in the States or not. It's just you don't know English. Like you're a No Sabo kid.
Hell no, I was born speaking Spanish and then English. Shout out to TV and radio, bro. I would just sit there all day listening to TV and radio and like. I don't know why I was just like soaking it all in because I guess I was trying to get it. You know what I mean? So that's how I learned the majority of my English. Yeah, I was going to school, but that was just like, all right, dude, this is how you got to put periods at the end and all this stuff. You know, and where to put the question mark and how to not look retarded when speaking the language. But like getting myself assimilated to like the culture out here, for sure, radio and TV had a lot to do with it. Especially if you were an ESL kid, bro, because they put me in ESL class, bro. And then when I went up in there, whooped everybody's ass in essays, I was like, I'm smarter than y'all. I was like, shout out Sesame Street.
That's how Selena Quintanilla learned Spanish, though, just by like watching a lot of like TV and stuff.
Everyone doesn't know that she just sang in Spanish because her parents made her.
So that's why I'm like, okay, if y'all like her, y'all gonna like me too.
Fucking killed her.
Yeah, she's a No Sabo having ass kid.
But a good one. There's good ones out
Yeah, that's
there.
messed up.
I feel like people look down on us, no Sabo kids, you know, but we're good. We're good in the heart. We mean no harm. We're still here to represent.
Yeah, and I feel bad for you guys because it's not
Like
your guys' fault.
we still buy tacos.
It's not your fault. It's low-key your parents' fault.
Yeah.
Well, not your parents' fault, but if you're a no sabo ass kid, it's your parents' fault que tienes el nopal en la frente and you didn't learn Spanish. It's not your fault.
Yeah, basically.
At the end of the day.
I had Mexican neighbors, and that's all that mattered because they taught me a lot of Spanish. A lot of Spanish.
Yeah, see, like, my kid's gonna be a no sabo having ass kid.
Hey, you
I'm gonna
should
date a
be-
white
you should-
girl, I'm gonna date a white girl, y ahí se acabó el corrido, dog.
You should.
No more.
You
You have a
Xavier,
kid?
No, but I do, dog.
All right.
you're trying to have like a Vela ass kid. You know it's not gonna come out like Vela, dude.
How are Bella's kids?
Have you seen Carlos Vela's
His kids
kids?
are great.
He has like he premeditated that, bro. Like I'm pretty sure Vela was like, yeah, I want to make sure my woman has a dominant genes because this is a race, bro, to see who has the better genes, bro. That's who the kid ends up looking like the most, bro. So if you ain't a healthy dude, your kid ain't gonna come out looking like you, bro. It's like a whole dominant. The more features, it's like what thing dominated the most.
Oh, yeah, they look like his mom. They look
Yeah,
like the
bro.
mom, dog.
They look like Mario Lopez's
They got
kids.
no prieto in them, dog.
That's why Blue Ivy looks a lot more like Jay-Z. You see a lot of
Bro.
Jay-Z in her.
Yeah, she
Bro,
got that
bro.
face.
Bro,
She
my
has
kids come out
Jay-Z
looking like
face.
Looking
that.
like if she put a cigarette in her mouth, she'd kill it.
Dog, my kids come out looking like that. We getting a DNA test.
What? Wait.
I mean,
They're too white for how
Oh.
Bella's, for how
really?
dark.
I think they're dark.
Bro,
Look at Bella.
this is just what happens when you don't put that much Nesquik in the milk, bro.
You think you pulled out?
Yeah, bro. Like
You
no,
think I
bro.
pulled out babies?
This is diabetic Nesquik, bro. You know what I mean? It's not that dark, bro. He don't have for a sports guy. I would have thought he had it, but he's like, yo, man, I want my bro. What did Chris Rock say, bro? In his recent thing, he was like, bro, he's like, even black people be checking to see how dark the baby's gonna be because you want to know what type of life he's gonna have, bro. And you know damn right, bro. If you're super dark Mexican or dark Latino, fools categorize you as paisas at the rest of the world, bro.
You're a black
Yeah,
person.
no, yeah, you're pretty much right
Yeah.
there. Yeah, like
Where's that?
like remember that kid?
You can be a good-looking one still and still mean good.
Like look at how they treated Fez in that 70 shows. He was good looking.
He was really good looking.
He was really good
Yeah.
looking. And I was like, nobody wanted him. They were like, shut up, foreigner, you're dark. Like it's just like, damn, bro. I'm like, that's messed up, man. He still win at the end though.
But
He
that's how it
still
was back
he
then.
still got to bone Jackie though at the end.
Did he?
Yeah, I just finished watching the season, the whole thing again, and I was like, oh man. But Eric came back, he was like, I fornicated with Jackie Burkhardt. Yeah.
Who has it?
Yeah, that's what was said to him. He's like, yeah, we all did too, dude.
I haven't seen that show in a long time. I remember I tripped out when I figured out that FEZ stands for Foreign Exchange Student.
What? That's what it stands for?
Yeah.
Damn, I did not know that. That's
Good thing y'all had me on the podcast because everybody needed to know that.
yeah, we all needed to know that. I just thought that was his name, Fez.
Nope, stands for Foreign Exchange Student.
My life's changed.
I mean, he's still killing it on the show. Like, there's certain shows that get brought back and it's still good. Remember, that's not the other day I cried when I thought about the first episode of Pokemon.
I can't believe that happened. I can't believe we haven't talked about it, dog. You legitimately.
I was
cried on
that.
the
Hey,
show.
but to be fair though, I took that RSO pill. Be real, gave
Hey,
me,
man,
dog.
that was one of the most weirdest moments on this podcast.
And I don't know.
I don't know what to
I
do
didn't
either.
tear up like that. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
I got overwhelmed, dog.
And I didn't know what
Please
to do.
tell me you were on shrooms. What are you crying about? Oh,
So
you can cry. but-
we were talking about like oh man, like you don't look at moments or certain things that make you cry on Instagram or like throwback, and I was like, yeah, they always give me with the nostalgic moments, right? And he's like what? I was like the Pokemon Day, they
And I was thinking
it's
like a dog,
it's
like a person means their
it's,
dog.
I get those too, but I'm like, don't show me this again, dude. I have dogs. You know what I mean? Like, but on Pokemon Day, it showed me he's like, remember the journey, retiring, right? And then it showed the clip of when he popped out of the first Pokeball, and now how like whole connect, and I was like, damn, this kind of took me back. And I mind you this, I had RSO is like the highest potency you can get, and it was like a 900 or 500 milligram RSO pill, and I had taken like around 4, so they don't hit till about 3 hours later. But when they do, you're like, I almost seemed like I didn't want to do the show. People are like, is this fool okay? Like, why is he just super calm?
You're so
And-
lucky we're
and-
homies.
yeah.
I was so close to go like, quiere llorar, quiere llorar, quiere llorar.
I did cry.
I know, but I just wanted to
But
do
it wasn't like sobbing crying. It was just like this really hot tear that
You
came
cried
out.
on the podcast?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. You took drugs? Or what is that? I don't know
Yeah,
what that is.
it was probably like
a popper?
it was an RSO effect. Nah, poppers is like the gay drug, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's-
Poppers.
yeah.
Poppers are the gay drug.
Poppers is that shit that makes your asshole open
You
up or
just
something.
smell it. Yeah, it's not even a drug. It's just a smell. It's weird.
I think that fucks with your asshole. I think that's why gay dudes do it. So they do it to like.
It loosens your booty hole.
Yeah, I think they do it so it becomes easier for.
They sell them at like Spencer's and stuff like that. That's what they
But
do.
it's weird though because
I knew some fool in college.
They do it at the club. Why do you want your butthole loose at the club? Like I can understand at your house.
Because they're ready for it anytime.
Yeah.
That's the thing with gay people. Anybody's ready for it anytime. To be honest,
really are.
When I was in college, we sent some food to buy whippets, right? Because we the little canisters, so we were just chilling in there and we were doing them, and I guess the food gave him one of those pop it things for free, and he was like, "Yo, can you get high off of this?" And I remember he was like smelling it, and this fool, I didn't put two and two together, but this fool went to the bathroom like for a good 30-20 minutes right after that, and I'm just like, I wonder what happened if he just like smelled it. You think it's like a diuretic? He probably just had to like poop.
I don't know, dog, but that shit's a fucking.
But he and I was like, "Is it getting you high?" The Nas voice, and then he was like, "No, it just smells funny."
Bro, during COVID, a DoorDash or Uber Eats or something had a like a commercial for gay guys on what to eat for anal. It was the weirdest fucking shit.
I think they have a section on that on Men's Health. I saw that the other day. I was like, man,
Get the fuck out of here. Put that shit on some other fucking
I was just like, can this be on Gay Men's Health?
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to know. Like, I was like, I'm not having somebody.
It's still a man, dude.
Yeah, bro, but like we have different tastes, bro. Like I'm not gonna like. It should be like it should be a section. How much pineapple should you eat?
Yeah, see,
you know what I mean?
cool.
Like,
yeah,
do you have to buy them from an organic spot for it really to work?
Not that I have a fucking Men's Club magazine subscription, but if
I
that
buy
was
them.
Dude, right there, I'm unsubscribing if you're letting me.
That's how I know what
need
vitamins to take. I'm like, all right, let me research all the ones they want me to take, and then I'll be like, yeah, this one seems like I could take. Better.
Men's Magazine is your research.
Yeah, I'll research some stuff on there.
You let me do some researching.
It's Men's Magazine and Men's Health, and I was like, and some of the stuff in there, I was like, granted, like their tasting clothes and all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, bro, I can't fit in that clothes.
Where do you get these? Do you
Men's
really have a
Illustrated.
subscription, or do you steal them at like the doctor's office or like the dentist?
he's-
I went to
magazine.
at the dentist. They have them, and then like I occasionally do buy like a magazine or two. Like if they have like if a Time magazine has like a cover of Nirvana or something like that, and then I'll pick up like an issue or two. That way I have stuff to read. And then aside from like, 'cause I don't know, man, I'm very picky with books.
You
Like,
buy magazines?
yeah, bro, they have good
Fuck,
content.
You're that idiot that gets honey dick when you're walking at the grocery store and you're like, oh look, fucking Obama and Obama and Michelle Obama are breaking up. She really doesn't have a dick.
I didn't say that. I didn't say I was buying the
Celebrities with no makeup? What? This is how they look?
I end up buying the 10 most haunted places. Or like all this stuff and then the history behind it.
I like how it's like, oh, they have a section where it's like celebrities are people too. And it's like the worst fucking pictures of celebrities like taking out the trash, like in their PJs and like stuff, or like walking their dogs, picking up poop. And it's like they pick up poop, they walk their dog. That's horrible.
You always gotta be on
I'm not buying like TMZ magazine, bro. Like I told you what I'm buying. Like the Time.
They be in there though. They be
Time and
sneaking them
Life.
in there. They be sneaking them in there. Drama South.
Yeah, they do. Like, man, dude, have you seen what's happened? You seen what happened to No Jumper, dog?
Yes.
Oh my God, dog. I've been like,
Okay,
I've been on this for like the last how long?
I love No Jumper.
Me too, and it hurts me to see Lush go. Damn it.
Oh, I didn't even think that was real. I thought they were gonna come back later and be like,
Nah, Lush got
make
fired.
up.
So what happened? Okay, can you run me down? Because I saw the video you posted,
Can
but
I-
I don't know the rundown behind what happened in his office.
I know what happened.
Before
'cause
you explain, I feel like it was. I really like to watch. I watched it for like entertainment, gossip, rap, all that stuff. And then they started promoting the drama all the
Is that what No
time.
Jumper is?
It
it turned into like the bad what is it, wives of something like or some reality show.
But men though.
No, well, majority men. There's women in there too.
They started just one, but they started broadcasting their drama, and that got really addicting to me. So I feel like once they stopped with the drama, like nothing
views
hit,
dropped,
nothing
yeah.
hit like that no more. From maybe everybody else agreed with me, but like nothing hit.
Yeah,
like that
views
from-
dropped. Like Adam was talking about that. He's like, I wanted to go back to where it was just like I was interviewing people and whatever views we get. Because I'm like, at the end, people get addicted to that. It's like if me and you were to really have an argument. I'm like argument on here, but like people know when I'm serious and when I'm not. You know what I mean? Like, especially like if we're going at, if I walk out and people are like, yo, that really happened. I'm pretty sure the next episode would be like spiking through the roof with views.
Yeah,
because
and me and you would
all
do
that
it,
stuff.
even though we hate each other. We're like,
Nah,
the
but
views are
but
good.
if it was for real, people, it would even sell 10 times as more, and that's what happened. At
I
first,
would fucking rewatch,
Yeah.
replay. I'll be like, damn, where did he connect? Where did the hits connect?
yeah, and at first, like, because that's that's what happened. At first, it was just like, oh, it was like here, it's like they were poking fun at each other, and then they started like doing diss songs, throwing personal stuff in there, like this fool's like drug use, how this. Pretty much, I'm like, hey, bro, don't make fun of a person who's been through rehab, bro. You can make them break, and then that person could be it for them. You know what I mean? I'm like, you shouldn't. That should be off the table. Your homies don't do that.
These fools are dissing Adam on his show.
Nah, they're saying like outlandish shit.
That's some balls though, because they'll fire you.
They're saying like they're talking about his like, how much money would you leave for Terrell? And then just, and I'm just like, damn, bro. I was like, I wouldn't be talking about that. Like, don't get me wrong, we might have these conversations in a good, especially during our coked out days, but you know what I mean? Like not, it wouldn't be something that we would do on air. It'd be like, yo, how much? So
what happened? Because I don't listen to those fools at all.
So what happened, dog?
You
was
know me, I listen to white people podcasts.
Dog. So what happened was that they fired Lush over like this whole thing about like, all right, so if I'm having a conversation with me, you and Ray, and I only tell both of you guys this information, and then all of a sudden we don't smoke the same Discord, and the whole Discord finds this out. And the conversation that I had with Ray is like, I'm thinking about substituting XG because I feel he's too toxic. Let's just say for that. Like, let's just say, I was like, I haven't really done that. And Ray, and I've only told that information to Ray, but somehow the Discord ends up finding this out, and then you have to find out. You're like, bro, you couldn't tell me. I had to find out through Discord. So that was the problem with AD. And then it turned out that Adam had only said this information to people like Lush and Josh, and then he pointed the finger at Lush based on the people in the Discord knowing, and then just unveiled this whole conspiracy of like, he's tapped in with these people who are like about white power and all this stuff. And it got really deep. And then these fools argued. And then AD reacted in a way where he didn't know how to separate professionalism and criticism, from his emotions. Because very much is the very big thin line that you cross when you hire and work with your homies. Take notes, everybody. I'm just letting you know it's not the easiest thing to juggle, but that's a clear example of what happens when you try to say some constructive criticism. There would be no problem for somebody in a corporate level to tell you and be like, hey, I got to get rid of you because X, Y, Z, your performance isn't Y, but because it's your homie, it hits differently.
But I think it's all fucking orchestrated.
Nah, that was perfect.
Yeah, no, dog. You don't know you're not gonna fire some guy and let him sit down on your podcast. Well, if you were ever gonna fire me, you wouldn't let me be here for 20 minutes. You'd be like, yo, the fuck out of here, dog. From the beginning.
Much like how Xavier. No.
I wouldn't, dog. If he was already,
I wouldn't do you like other podcasts.
But if he was gonna fire him, like, cause I saw the video, he literally said, "Get out of my office." I think he already had illusions on firing him before the show started. Which come on,
he explained what happened, dog. He said that. He said that at first, like they kind of touched upon it. He was trying to act stupid, like, oh, let me fill it out. But then when he had confirmation, and he's like, oh man, he's like, I'm kind of. Well, Adam had confirmation. He's like, you're the mole or whatever. That's when he got fired up on air, and then he was like, you know what? I think it's just best that you leave.
Yeah, I don't know. I feed into all that drama, but then there's a part of me that's like, I think they're all just fucking faking it. And like, I seen an interview of him where he's like, if No Jumper goes downhill, I don't care because I have other streams of income at this point that it's it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, he's boning all the Instagram models.
I feel like he's just getting, they're just orchestrating some big old thing. They're all going to get a huge bag and then they're all going to like go their separate ways. Because 80 can for sure. They can all go their separate ways. Except Flacco.
Are you a Flacco fan? I am not. He stirs me the wrong way sometimes.
I can't understand his speech sometimes, and I stutter as I say that. But I feel like when he's trying to make a point, he doesn't get to the point. I don't know. I can't tell if he's like stuttering or he just doesn't know what to say. Maybe his grammar isn't enough. But I'm like,
hey, maybe now we could get Lush One on the podcast or reach out. I'm gonna hit him up.
I mean, why not?
I would hit him up, be like, yo, let's talk about it. Cause, hey, bro, I know a few people, dog. Like, I know somebody that does our content here. No, I know somebody that does our content here, and he went over there for like a side project, like with another artist. And I asked him, I was like, hey, bro, he's like, and this was in the middle of like the whole Flacco thing and all in the beginning. And I was like,
that was sad.
And I was like, yo, what was the vibe over there? He was like, dog, he's like, there's tension over there. That's when I got the impression where I was like, all right, this might not be fake. But like, cause he was doing the camera work behind for like an artist that got an interview there. So like he's filming there and he's hearing people arguing in other rooms and like, I'm like, bro, if people are yelling at the top of their lungs and like, security has to go tell them, hey, shut up. You know what I mean? I was like, we're filming over here. Like, I'm like, we've argued here maybe in front of like one guest.
They got security?
Yeah, they got security.
Damn, you guys can use security here.
His name is Tone. And he walked Lush out, bro. That shit hurt. I was like, how you gonna do Lush like that, man? I was like, but either way, I'm gonna still reach for that interview though. But
I was gonna say something, but I forgot.
Hey, did you see Young Ma?
dude, she
She looks torn.
she got tuberculosis eyes, dude. Those are either HIV eyes or tuberculosis eyes, dog.
Oh, she reposted it on her page. You know that was a free haircut.
Or no, you know what, dog? She does drink
You
a
know
lot.
that was a free haircut because I clicked on it. She reposted and they told her if
Bro.
you don't repost this, you're not getting this haircut.
It also could be liver failure. That looks like liver failure. Have you ever seen somebody with liver failure, dog?
Yeah, they go yellow.
Those
don't
are
they?
like the most yellowish eyes, bro. Like so.
They're
like
got Hep B. She
they're
got
like
Hep B
that,
from
bro.
doing drugs. She got Hep B from doing probably drugs.
That's the thing about being in the industry is you got a lot of money, you got a lot of fame, and you could easily fuck your life up. Like I don't think people understand that. Like
You think if it would have been on a different scale, Xavier, you think we would have kept doing coke?
What if it didn't?
Like
kill
if let's
people?
just say so we would have had something go crazy and the podcast would have blown up and we're making an immense amount of money.
Yeah, dude. If
I think you would have kept doing it. I have a bit more self-control,
if I
dog.
was super rich, I'd have a nurse to test my coke on me on site. Yo, bitch, check that. Yo, bitch, check that.
That you don't need a nurse. You need like a
An
cop or
assistant,
something.
An assistant, whatever. But someone that I can at the end of the day, when I die, they go my family's gonna go after. Weren't you supposed to test this shit, fool?
I heard that they sell the testers at like CVS.
Do they?
They're not all like. There's only one way where they'll test the whole sack. Because I've tried. I've tried a few of those testers, and it's like they test that thing you put in that circle that they give you. But there's like a whole thing. There are a couple like trailers, and they have like the whole thing written on it is just come test your drugs here, and it's free. And I mean, you don't get busted because all the bums go take their stuff there, and you literally put it through this whole thing where they have in the airport, and it tells you if it has fentanyl or not.
That's on her page, dog. She reposted it.
Even with that, I wasn't trying to do that. I just rather be sober off that. But yeah, that's on her page.
That's on her page.
Yeah, that looks like liver failure, dog.
So she looks what?
Wait,
Great?
can I see
That-
one
that
more
looks like
time?
a
Because
free-
it looks like she just got like a buzz cut.
That looks like a free haircut.
Like a design.
Her eyes look very sad though.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, she just looks tore the fuck up, dog. And it's
She
crazy because
could be on like when you be partying for like a week straight, you don't get no sleep, and like you gotta.
She's off them blue
she
buttons.
could be doing that too.
What do you call herself? Them malditos.
That's how I be when I'm like day 3 and partying. Thank God I don't do that no more. That's why I stopped doing that because I don't want to look like that.
Malditos percos. Yeah, dog. Have you ever done perks?
No. The only thing I've done was half a Zanny.
Like I took the Xan.
That shit fucking.
The last time I took the Xan was when I left to Tokyo, and that's because Cali Blaze hooked it up, and I'm like, he has some prescription, because he actually does have a medical thing that he has his anxiety. That's no secret. He's talked about it on the Green Thumb Show.
You didn't black
But
out?
well, I took half of it, and then I put the other half in the Game Boy cartridge, and then I was like, yeah, they're never gonna search here, and I put the other pills there. I was like, and then I don't know, I just knocked out, and I had 2 hours left when I woke up. So I'm like, I just ate, and then I don't know that it knocked me out, but I can't get into those kind of drugs.
No, they're not good.
Like I always wonder how people get into perks, but then again, I'm like all the rappers that talk about, they're like, yeah, I took perks.
The drug itself takes you over. It manipulates you. If I have to say so myself.
He's not lying, because we were different people when we were really getting fucked up here on Thursdays. Like, I mean, it was like, not that it was bad, but we were just partying for like 2 years straight. Like every time we podcast was like, remember the times where we would even do it in the mornings?
I used to love that we would take breaks to do bumps.
Yeah,
Hey guys, we need a break for the commercial break, and then Ray would run a commercial break for the third time, and then we'd come back.
Such bad podcasting. See, the people love that we're kind of sober now. I mean, I smoke for the most part and drink.
That's LA sober.
And the Nas tanks. You ever done whippets?
What's whippets?
Nas.
Oh, not since like high school. What the hell? You guys be doing that?
It made a comeback.
Oh no, I know you be do. Never mind, I'm not gonna rat nobody out.
What do you mean? We've done that on air. Yeah,
Oh no, don't do that. What's up with you guys? No, don't do that. Don't be doing that. You guys don't do that.
Hey,
That's so high school.
Yeah, Xavier.
Do you sell them or what? 2 for $5? 2?
Nah, dude, inflation. It's 2 for
it's
10
three-
now.
yeah.
Are these for the guests?
It's
Do you
2 for
give them
10.
you give them a joint and 2 Nas balloons.
Well, we try to cater to everybody's needs, but
you
it's
guys
all,
are total fuck boys. You guys are.
Hey, he might
You guys
be.
are fuck men. You guys are literally
Thank
grown,
you. Yes.
still
Thank
acting
you.
like.
Fuck man. I'm about to say I have my own apartment. I have my own car. I have 2 cars.
Yes.
I'm a fuck man.
Yes, ladies. If you think they're cute, just know they're only there to fuck. Okay.
I'm taking.
They okay.
You
Xavier.
can still be a fuck man. And you can still be a fuck man and be taken.
Xavier fucks with his pants on still and his shoes on. He does not take them off. He does not expose his ankles.
Nope.
When he's done,
dude.
he puts them on and he's
Her
out.
boyfriend might walk in.
Yep, exactly. See, that's how you know when they're fuck boys. They fuck with their pants on
Yeah, the
still.
boyfriend might walk in. I need to go.
They don't
Talking
take their
about you
shoes
In my
Xavier.
own house, he might walk in. In my own apartment, this fool might walk
Because
in.
he has her location, right? Because that's how things go nowadays.
Nah, man,
Fuck
before she
man.
gets in
No,
the
you come to
house,
my house,
you better
you get-
tell her to take that shit off or fucking toss that phone
No,
out.
fool, you come to my house, you're getting
I don't
shot.
know, so-
You come to my house, you're getting shot. Ain't no questions asked. This is private property. It's not my property.
I don't know. You don't own that. You don't own that apartment complex, dog.
You come to my house, I'm gonna fucking samurai sword you.
Yeah, you don't own that apartment complex, dog. I was like, that Armenian person is gonna have a murder fucking case on his hand, bro. Especially in Glendale, I'm just gonna assume the landlord is Armenian
I think they are.
or Persian. But the Persians live on the richer side of Glendale. They have their own little community where it's like, we all live here. Yeah. And then the Armos are on like a whole different side. You could tell by like how many cars there are on the driveway. I've driven by there.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. The only people that have like more cars than Mexicans are Armenians.
Yeah.
Like the parking lots are like the same situation.
Only
There's
theirs
never
are
any
like
parking.
Mercedes,
Yeah.
you know, BMWs,
Way nicer.
Lexus. Ours are like Hondas, Ultima, Toyota, which is still good, but no, I haven't done Nas since high school, and that's just because I don't really like doing the drugs that like
Not
kill
about
your
city
brain
girl life?
cells. What?
Not about that city girl life.
I'm not. I'm really not. I'm really not. I'm more like smoke weed, tell jokes, and like eat good, and like that's it. I used to do.
I mean, we kind of do the same. Well, with the exception of Xavier, because Xavier still goes to rave, but it's like
That's yeah.
yeah, like
I used to do cocaine, and then I stopped. I used to do cocaine, especially when I was getting into comedy, when I was first getting into stand up, because I like wanted to like stay up, and I was like networking with like
You're
all
like,
the
all
other
the openers gave it to me.
comedians. You know, yeah, and then people would just give them to you too. I'm like a girl, so you know, like people, you know, would just give them to you also. But
I like how at least
stopped.
you know why you get it for free. I have girls be like, I just get it for free. You don't get it for free?
But remember,
No,
Like,
I
bro,
get it
you're-
for free because I.
Yeah, exactly.
I got
remember that's the only
personality.
that's the only reason Kate used to say hi to us. not Kate, but the other one.
Yeah, dog, the guinea pig.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. I was like, but yeah, no, we knew we kind of knew, and then like when we were, that was quite an era, bro. That year of like, that was really quite an era. Like I'm so
Any
glad I'm
era
not.
where you do cocaine is always a memorable one.
But it's just like, why? Like, why did we put our bodies through that? Like I'm over here, I was like,
addiction, bro.
but it's like you're able to stop though. I mean, eventually I stopped, but I mean,
Eventually.
eventually, but during that time where you're just like, yeah, bro, like we not only
You
was
have
that,
to stop when it's early enough.
yeah,
You can't. It's not. If you let yourself get too deep, you let yourself get too deep. That's why I was like, oh no, I gotta stop before it gets too like way too deep, you know. And then someone that I knew passed away. So that's when I was like, oh shit, like it could be
Who
me.
was it?
we had to know like 6 people before we stopped.
Fu.
Well, before I stopped.
Oh, that's,
When Fu passed away,
oh,
'cause I'm like,
that's the Kate we were talking about.
oh really?
Kate the guinea pig.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, I'm like, oh my god, I fucking know him. And then you know how they always say like, oh, God takes the good ones first. I'm like, what if I'm the good one? Run next.
I know I'm not, so I don't think I'll be next.
Hey, you're what is it? We're over here with like God or Satan don't want Eddie. Like you became immune.
His own.
Yo, he could write that in a bit if he wanted to, bro.
I
Yeah.
do so much cocaine, I'm not dying. Neither God nor the
Or the devil want me.
You need to tell the folks to transition to Twitch.
All right, yeah,
YouTube folks.
everybody that's on YouTube, we are now gonna shift to Twitch because that is the one place where we get bits. And like I told you guys, slowly this YouTube page is gonna become slowly just for clips. So let me post the link to the Twitch on there, so you guys could join us.
I have it pinned.
All right, so you have it pinned, and I'm gonna also put it on there, the Patreon link. So everybody out there who is looking to once we make that full switch and we switch back to one episode available on Twitch and the rest on Patreon with the guest, make sure you guys subscribe on Patreon, all 10,000 of you guys. So I appreciate everybody on here that has been that is making that non-transgender transition with us.
Are you gonna do are we doing tears
What do you mean tears?
on Patreon?
I don't want to cry.
You already cried on the last one, I know.
Yeah, I know.
Are you doing tears for real? For real? That's a real question. You know what that is?
Like,
$5,
but they're like subs, right?
$5, $10, $20. Are we just
Oh
doing
no, on
straight
Patreon,
$5?
yeah, no, it's